The Tao of Self-Confidence, Episode 215. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits. Well, hello friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan, and today I have a phenomenal lady on today. She is a military wife. She owns her own postpartum skincare brand, and she also runs Girls in Tech Austin chapter to give back to the community. So I'm really excited to have her on and share her story. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Rachel Tang. Rachel, how are you today? Maybe you
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to our listeners.
Yeah, sure. So I just arrived in America about a year ago. I'm from Singapore. I'm born and raised there, and I joined my husband after doing a long distance relationship for a couple years. And I have a 2-year-old daughter, and so I'm still trying to adjust to life here. But I guess I have jumped in head first. So that's a bit about me.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And, usually when I know what it's like to move to another country, I went from the Philippines to Canada, back to the Philippines, back to Canada, and that adjustment just really takes time. And I'm you just get used to it after. So congrats on moving to the States. And what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
Well, just what, for me, faith is important, and I'm taking this from Proverbs. Basically, it's talking about a woman who's clothed in strength and dignity, and then she can laugh without fear of the future. And that's from Proverbs 31. So I think it's a very holistic, well-rounded expression of yourself, and just being able to laugh at life, but at the same time, still being able to carry yourself well through everything.
That's a great quote. I love it. And, especially being Asian women, we worry about every single little thing, and we worry to the point where we don't even know where it started. I like that last part was this, she laughs without fear of the future. I mean, that's something I think we need to start doing, right? Knowing we have a good future out there and we don't have to worry about it. So thanks for sharing that. And in your own words, how would you define self-confidence?
I'd say that you have to be aware of who you are, and being all right with it, being okay with yourself, and maintaining that sense of balance, even though you know that you're not perfect, even though you know that people around you are better than you in some aspects. So it's really, as you said, it's self, right? It's how you perceive your own self. And that's something that we need to constantly calibrate as we're moving from place to place in different situations as well.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that definition. And, I agree with you on that, being centered, being aware, and including our imperfections, because I think we're too hard on ourselves when it comes to our imperfections and the mistakes we make, when really it's what makes us beautiful, makes each and every one of us, beautiful in our own way. So
yes, we're all unique. So, you just have to live with what we have, and then make sure we keep improving ourselves.
Totally. And I totally agree with that. So thanks for sharing that definition. And Rachel, what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
I guess, I had a very nice and sheltered childhood, so life was very smooth sailing, and I did all right, and everything. And I think, I just want to share a story. When I was in high school, I was in a neighborhood school, so I did pretty well there in terms of my academics and sports and other activities. And I guess a lot of people would resonate with that. When I moved away into senior high school, I went to the top school in the nation, and that was a very big shock for me. I knew that the people there were smart, but it's very demoralizing when people don't need to spend 10 hours studying. They probably just need 30 minutes to study, and then they do so much better than you, And from being top, I kind of dropped all the way to the bottom. So that was where I realized that, a lot of my confidence was placed on my position, or, my social position or status relative to the people around me. And I guess, for me, that was a lesson about being able to calibrate yourself to the surroundings. And I would say maybe I was just like a little boat in a very still pond and not knowing how to react to situations. So that was my life before.
Thanks for sharing that. And when you have like a change, especially when it comes to schooling, right? I mean, as Asian parents, they want us to do our best.
Do the
And
best. Yes.
if we bring a B home, it's like the end of the world.
Well, let's think about it. I was in an Asian country, so everybody, everybody had that same
Mentality.
attitude, and
Yeah.
especially when you go to a place that's very competitive. Even when you study or not, they're not going to tell you. But definitely, there's a pressure there to want to do your best. But you know that even if you do the best, you're never going to beat certain people because they're just more blessed in certain like academics.
Yeah, totally. And sometimes we have to realize, their story is totally different from us. We don't know what they went through to get to where they are today.
Yeah, exactly.
And, that comparing game is not even healthy for us to do anyway. So, what was that point in your life when you realized, you didn't, you were more than enough. You can go out there and do the things that you've wanted to do.
Actually, it's funny because I really set my heart on getting to basketball, but I was the only person on the tryouts that didn't get picked. But because of that, I managed to then change my focus to fencing, which was a very was kind of minor sport. It still is a minor sport, and I was able to train with the national team. So you never know when like a closed door actually leads to another open door.
I love it. And I used to get that from my old boss all the time. He always told me, when one door closes, another one opens. And it's so true, right? But sometimes we focus on that closed door that we don't see what's around us, all the opportunities that we can attract, that we can have, that we can go out there and just get. So after that realization, what's your life been like now?
I think my realization of, just being able to adapt quickly, look around for open doors and just going through them, helped me to adjust when I came here because I didn't come here with a job. I came here to follow my husband. So what I did was to quickly look for opportunities and also plan ahead for having to make myself qualified so that when opportunity came, I would be able to take on responsibility. So I think what my life is now is that I don't just sit around and feel sorry for myself. There definitely will be that 1-2 weeks or a month or moments where you feel very lost or unsettled or you don't know what to do with yourself or ask yourself who I am. But who am I? But I think being busy, asking for opportunities, asking for leadership roles, that's something that I have learned really helps me to keep going.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And, it's true, right? When we just focus on the right things, that's when the right stuff starts appearing to us or starts attracting to us. So, it's great that you're able to, plan ahead and just take the opportunity when you see it. And, to the woman who's listening to this episode, she may be in her own journey of self-confidence. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
I think you need to keep moving onwards and you might stop and pause for a while and feel sorry for yourself. Then just, if you can't pick yourself up, look around you, ask for help, go look on YouTube for inspirational videos. That's what I do sometimes. But basically, step on the shoulders of others so that you can keep going forward or ask for a hand, lending a hand. Because especially in the military community, we're always moving a lot. And, when you go to somewhere new, you don't know a lot of people, you don't know a lot of things. And that's where if you want to go ahead faster, you have to learn to tap into existing networks of people that can help you. Not because that you just want to take from them, but it's going to be a mutually beneficial relationship. So hopefully, you that are listening on a podcast, you'll be able to find your sisterhood, and connect with them. I just also I also joined this great network. It's called Empowering a Billion Women. The vision is to reach out to a billion women to help them to be more financially savvy and run their own businesses. And it's been really a great help because just looking at what they're doing and just seeing that the encouragement, just really has helped me a lot.
Awesome. Well, thanks for those tips. Those are all great, and I always believe you just keep moving forward no matter how many times we fall down, right?
Yes.
Fall down 7, get back 8. And
or move 1 step forward, 1 step back. Doesn't matter. Just keep forward.
You just keep moving. And Rachel, if our listeners wanted to get to know a little bit more about you and what you do, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
Yeah, I do postpartum skincare business, which I just started last year. It's on bellabellykit.com. And I also have my Facebook profile, I guess, which you can get the links off your website.
Yes, for sure. Thanks for sharing that. And to our listeners, as Rachel mentioned, if you want to connect with her, you can also head on over to thetowofselfconfidence.com and search for Rachel's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else we talked about. And I really just want to thank Rachel for taking the time to share her story with us and tips on self-confidence. So thank you so much.
Thank you too.
No problem. It was a pleasure to have you on. And to our listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of the Tao of Self-Confidence. Want to learn how you can use podcasting to market your business? Download your free report by visiting our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits.